Okay. Now, let me go and talk about the little difference here. See, now I want to increment the age. So for this, I have a button. So on line number 16, to increment the age, I have a button, I have a function which we have already discussed. Like we can declare a function and we are going to do that. So if you observe here, I'm using the set user function. That is obvious. Like we know that okay, set user function, we are trying to do it obvious. But if you see here, there is a little different syntax you have observing here. Like when you see, when I'm trying to set the user, I'm trying to use set user and with the age and all those stuff. Otherwise, like what I want to do is like this looks complicated for me. So what I want to do is I want to say set user and I'll say age equal to and I'll say set user. Again, I'll say age because I want to increment the age. So I can go and do that. See, I will tell you what is the challenge with this code. Okay, what I'm trying to do here to the set user, I am giving the age, like because to the set user, I'm updating the age here. Okay, if you do this way, what is the challenge that is associated? Let's go to our UI here. So now I'm trying to click on reload. So I'm able to show username is Ravi and age is 21, salary is 10,000, marriage is true. And now I'll go and try to click on increment. So this I'll try to make it as increment age to differentiate between the counter. So I can go and say increment age. Now click on increment the age. Now if you see here, you are able to see only age. Your name is gone, salary is gone, married is gone. When I try to go and update with the user object, like when I'm trying to update my user object with this fashion, like user object with this fashion, what is happening here was it is going and overriding the employee object, that is the user object, and it is returning only the age. Are you able to get this sense? Are you able to get this? Let me try to repeat the example here. When I try to go and load the application for the very first time, I have name displayed, age displayed, salary displayed, and married is like why married is not coming? What's the problem? Bool variable, you need to go and do it in a different fashion. I'll tell you like how to deal with the bool variables here. Okay. Okay. Now, my main question was, now if you're able to see the name, age and all. Now, what's happening here, when you try to go now and go click on increment age, what's happening is your complete user object. Now, when you say your set user, what it expects the new state. What is new state? New user object. Okay. When you try to update your state, no, it is expecting the new user object. But what are we passing here? We are passing only user. We are passing only the age. You are passing an object which contains only age. Okay. So that's the reason after this, when you go and ask for the user, it is having only the age property. It doesn't have the name and all those stuff. Okay, so what is happening was when you try to use this statement, set user, you should pass the complete user object. You cannot pass only the age. If you pass only the age, what is happening is your new user object is containing only the age property. It doesn't contain the name, age, and all those stuff. That's the reason. If you see, your name is becoming empty, salary is also becoming empty. So what we need to do when you're trying to use set user, you need to pass the complete user object. Okay, complete user object. So what I typically want to do is, whenever I want to set a user, get the existing user object and update the age property and pass it on to the set user method. So that's what I want to do. Get the existing user object, update the age property and pass it to the set method. So that is what we want to do as a part of this code. So what you can do here was, you can go and see, like, couple of options was, you can say user dot age equal to age dot plus one, and again what you can do is, you can go and use set user and pass the user object. So this is the one way. So what you are trying to do, you are taking the existing user object, to the existing user object, you are updating the age and you are passing the new user object. So what is that? Now this your new user object contains the all properties name, age, married. On top of that, the age has been incremented to new value. That's so we need to do it. Okay, let me go and comment this and I'll tell you what is the best way of doing this also. Okay, now let me go and try to reload. I'll debug at this moment. So now if you see, your name is retained, salary is retained, both of them are retained. So whenever you want to use set user, right, one important thing you need to make a note is, set user expect the complete state, not the partial state. So previously when you try to give only age equal to age, what are you trying to do? Originally the state is having a user object with name, age, salary and all properties. After that, you are just going and updating the employee object with only age property. That's the problem. That's why you have to be very careful on when you're trying to, if it is an object, when you try to go and update the state over there. Take the existing object and try to go and, okay. Now, but I'll tell you what is the better way of doing it here. Now, if you see, I'll try to explain this code. So now what I'm trying to do here was, if you see here, set user. What exactly I'm doing to the set user, if I see, I'm trying to pass like, okay, open brace, it's an object again. To that object, what we are trying to do, when I say dot 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 user, what exactly it is going to do, dot 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 user? It will take the existing user object. It is called as, what is this operator? Spread operator. What is spread operator is going to do here? It is going to spread the properties of user object. So what are the properties? It will spread that user object to name, age, salary and married. So it will go and define all those properties here. Then after this, when you say US, what it will do is, on those properties, it will just go and update only the age property. That is what it is trying to do it. Let me recollect. I have actually talked about object destructuring, but anyways, I'm going to talk about one simple example. Tested. Okay, I'll anyways, instead of test use, I have this better, right? So let me go and try to tell you what exactly is happening here. So, okay, so now what's happening here? You are trying to declare user object, right? Okay, let's have the, yeah, so this will be there. So now when I say constant, again, I'll try to have user one equal to, what I can do here was, when you try to do this syntax, what you are trying to do here was, you are spreading all the properties of user. Like what exactly do, finally, when runtime happens, what exactly it is going to do is, it is going to replace this dot 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 user as this. That's how it is going to do. Then, in case in this existing object, if there is a age property, what it will do? It will go and update that age property to whatever the property you have given here. And that is what will be assigned to the user2 object here. Okay. Here, okay, let me try to show in the console. Sometimes you can go and execute some code in the console also. Now I'll say user one. So now if you see user one, see now I'm able to execute. You see, you can use the browser console to go and execute your code. So what exactly I'm trying to do here? I created a user object with name, age, salary, and married. Then what I'm doing, I created a user one by spreading this. Now, if you go and ask user one what exactly it is going to contain, name, age, salary, married, all of them with age has been replaced by 22. Now, if you ask your original user object, it will be intact. It will be age with 21. So this is what I'm trying to do. This is what we are trying to do it in the like that's why I try to highlight the importance of this was set user. When you try to do this, this is the syntax. Okay, the syntax matches with this. This is what now you can correlate with the syntax here. Okay, this is what we are trying to do. So I'm just trying to explain the details of what exactly is happening over here because you try to see most of the syntax in this fashion. That's why I tried explaining this.